Imagine it. You're sat down at a coffee shop and somebody that you really want to talk to, whether it's a girl that you think is pretty or an old guy you think you can learn from, or just a friend that you've met recently. They sit over somewhat close to you, close enough where you could say something, but you just don't. You sit there silent, all awkward. What do you think happens? They walk away. You've just missed another opportunity to build a friendship with someone, to make a new friend, to meet a cute girl. That was me, times 1,000. Imagine that being your high school experience almost. Imagine being in that position. Now, a lot of you will think about that and think, wow, that's really sad. It was, but I'm glad I've had it. Glad I had that experience because it taught me a lot about being social, getting friends. If you're new, welcome to the channel. I like to teach people about things I've learned as a college student, whether it be academic, personal, religious, ethical. I like to share what I know. I like to share what I learned, keep you all in the loop, and also just help you overcome barriers that I've faced. My name's Andrew. I like to teach. Now, I hope this channel gets pretty big because I hope I can reach out to more people and help more people have a bigger impact with things like this. So, coming from a person who used to be incredibly antisocial, if I took any personality test, I'd be to the complete introverted side. Nowadays, I've made a switch. Now, if you had me take a test, I'd actually be leaning extroverted. Now, how does that happen? Because you're told your whole life by your parents and your science professors and your psychology professors and your doctors that personality is pretty constant, pretty stagnant. But I'm living proof that that's not the case. I'm living proof that you can change how you are. You can change for the better, you can change for the worse. It's up to you. But point is, you can change. Who you are now does not define who you are tomorrow, a month from now, a year from now. Think about all the change you can make. Everything I'm about to tell you is something I've learned and really applied in the last year in college now. So let's get on with it. Let's go back in that coffee shop. Your friend's right there. Maybe it's even a stranger. But point is, you want to talk to them, but you kept your mouth shut. Then they left. Let's go back to an alternate situation. In this situation, you talk to them. You have a lovely conversation. You're sat there for 10, 20 minutes, an hour, just having a great conversation. You've met someone new, you've talked to them, and maybe you found someone you're super compatible with. Maybe if it's a guy, you found someone you can go on a workout with, someone you could go hang out with. If it's a girl, maybe you found a new date this weekend. But you wouldn't have got any of that if you just kept your mouth shut. So my first lesson is that you need to say what you want. You need to say what you want before you can overthink it. This is something that I had to deal with for years. I was basically mute outside of my family. It was hard. I would talk when I needed to, like in a presentation, to be respectful to other people, but it was hard being that introverted. It was hard not talking, it's pretty saddening going through that, but better. What I've learned is say what you want before you can overthink it. And some people won't overthink, but this is for those of you who are like how I was, how if you don't just make an idea happen the moment you have it, it may go away. And that can be sad, but you'll get through it. You'll get through it, trust me. If you're watching this video, you'll learn how to get through it. But it's a hard path. You just got to say it. You just got to talk. That's the biggest thing. You just have to talk to people. Biggest lesson you'll get from this video, if anything, is there's no cute tips and tricks. This is coming from someone who's watched all the videos about talking to people, watched all the videos about how to flirt, how to get girls, how to make friends, how to meet new people. I've even read books. How to Win Friends and Influence People is my favorite book, but none of it beats experience. Experience in life is king. So go out there and talk to someone. You can start small. Talk with your family. Talk with your mom, your dad, your sister. If you don't have a great relationship with them, find someone you already know. You may be like me and only really like your family. You may be like me in a way for a period where I only really liked my brother. But find someone you know. Another thing that's helped me is religion. I'm Christian. I believe that God made the universe. And I believe that He has great plans for my life. And part of that is to become an excellent speaker. Someone who's able to have hard conversations, someone who's able to have good conversations. I think He's building me to be a leader. But I bring up religion because I think believing in a God who you can talk to at all times through prayer is very powerful. Having that faith and that hope can really push you outside your comfort zone. I prayed for a long time to be the way I am now. God, I thank you. Anyway, build up. Start with the people you know the best or you're most comfortable around. Go out from there. Maybe text some strangers on Discord. Play a video game. Now, I don't endorse playing video games. I don't myself. But join a community. Talk to people. Just text them. Maybe once you get from there, maybe go on a video call. Just get experience moving your lips, moving your vocal cords to communicate with another human being. How stupid does that sound? But that's the stage that you're at. You may be at if you're watching this video. I'm not going to judge because I've been there too. But just get experience. Start talking to people. Eventually, you can talk in person. Talk to people you know. Then one day you might even cold approach a stranger. Have a lovely conversation. Meet someone who's super compatible with you, who you might really like. This has been the story for me in college. I'll talk about my first college semester. So how I was in high school really carried over to my first semester in college. Didn't really talk to anyone. Really went into monk mode, as a self-improvement space would call it. I was only working all the time, didn't do anything, didn't worry about anything, anyone other than myself and my family. And yeah, I didn't have any friends. That's how dedicated I was, but that's also a byproduct of me just being antisocial. Looking back, it would have been a lot more fun with friends. And being in the second semester now, I can see that. Because I've become a really social person. I talk to people every day now. I meet someone new probably every week. Just by coincidence, just by going up to people. I talk to anyone who I think is worth it. And it took a long time to get here. But it was those little improvements that got me here. Now, if I see someone just off by themselves and I really want to talk to them, I'll just go. If I see someone I know, I'll just go up and talk to them. You gotta be like a frat boy. Frat boys have any reason to party. You gotta be like a weed smoker. They'll have any reason to smoke. You need to have any reason to talk to people. Anything to get your foot in the door. That's how I've been with exercising, with running especially. Any reason to get me in there, any reason to keep me pushing, I use it. Anything I can use as fuel on the fire to push as hard as I fucking can. I use it. And I'm trying to get that way with my social life. Like I'm not the most extroverted person, even as I am now. Like I could be so much better about talking to new people, meeting new people, doing nice things for others. But I'm still on that journey, just like you. But hopefully I'm a couple steps ahead so I can help you catch up. Because the world likes social people. Let me say that again. The world likes social people. There's no cute tips and tricks. It's just gut-wrenching, anxiety-inducing conversation. You gotta go out there and get that experience. Life's a lot more fun with friends. I'm glad I have them. Let's go on to some things that I did to make myself more extroverted. God, I don't want to be introverted. Lord help me. Some things I did, obviously, like I've been preaching almost, go talk to people. I joined a couple communities on my campus, and I just made friends that way. I would talk to people who I knew had some shared interests, and would just eventually get to know them. Start talking to them more, start talking to them around campus when I'd see them. And now I even say nice things to the workers, say nice things to strangers. If I have a nice thing to say, I'll say it. Because make the world a better place, right? Be a frat boy, be a weed smoker in the way you talk to people. Find any reason to talk to people. Now, I should say, I don't condone frat parties. I don't condone weed smoking. Even though it's legal, I don't condone it. But it's a useful analogy. It's a useful analogy. So I just joined some clubs, joined some groups of people who I knew would be like me. This was after I'd practiced for a while, just talking to people close to me, getting used to talking to people. Then eventually I moved on to talking to people who were already close to me, and then people who I hadn't talked to in a while, but still had a reason to talk to. And then eventually I started just talking to strangers. That could sound really weird. Yeah, I just started talking to strangers. If I had a reason, thought they looked nice, thought they looked interesting, thought something about them was interesting, go talk to them. Get more experience. And this is something I'm still working on. I still have that split second. You know what I'm talking about. That split second where you just hesitate. But I'm decreasing the time between thought and action. If I think I want to talk to someone, I know I need to go before I overthink. I just need to get my feet moving. Just get my body over there. And I also know there's no tips and tricks. I know I just need to get experience. I'm not a completely sociable person, but I'm definitely above average. Some of the people I see on my college campus, even the average person on college campus, I'd say everybody's pretty much found their cliques. Everybody in college, I think, seems to do that. Find their cliques and then don't really act social with anyone else. Me? I'm hopping around friend groups. I'm going from place to place. I'm going from here to here to here to here. Whew. It's a great way to make friends. That's what I recommend. It's a pretty high yield activity. Meet someone, get them to introduce you to their friend group. Bam, that's a couple more easy friends. With me, I've also used the gym and the soccer pitch as ways to meet people. If I see someone in the gym a few times, go up and talk to them. Go ask their name. See what they're all about. Maybe I'll start working out with people soon. Well, more people. There's a few people on campus that I'm cool enough with to work out with. But I think I'm going to actually follow through, do that more often. Because like I said, life's more fun with friends. Now I'll talk a bit more to the Christians. Or if you're agnostic or even atheist, you could keep watching. But find yourself a church, a mosque, a synagogue, whatever religion you are. But I'm going to mainly talk about the Christians since I'm a Christian and I know what it's like. Find yourself a church. Find yourself a body of believers who you know are devoted to God, who are devoted to growth in their faith. Because you want to be around people who are better than you, who you can learn from, like me. Subscribe, by the way. You want to be around people who are a couple steps ahead of you, so they can help you get past struggles that they faced. They can let you know so you can be prepared. It's a great feeling to feel like you're a part of something. It's a great feeling. I'd say my favorite group of people that I've met so far has been through sports. I'm a really big soccer guy. And how I've met a lot of my friends is through club soccer. And it's been a lot of fun. I get to play around, get a little closer each time I go out there with some people, meet some new people that might not be there very often. It's just fun. I gotta say that's probably the next step after you go from talking to people. Start doing things. Start having fun. Start making use of those connections you have. It's so useful to be able to talk to people. It's a skill you need to have in this world if you want to succeed. Chances are you're not going to be antisocial and succeed unless you're like a video gamer. But then you make most of your money from streaming, so that doesn't really work. That's a good argument against gamers. They want to make money gaming, but most of it's from like streaming and making videos like this. Gamers, man. I used to be a massive gamer. I left that behind. Time sink. I'd spend hours a day. It's probably what led to me being antisocial because I was ashamed of it. I didn't like that I'd spend hours a day on video games. So that's probably what mainly led to me being antisocial. That and COVID led me to being antisocial. Because I didn't want to talk to people. And even if I did, I didn't have anything that I thought was worth talking about. I was ashamed of it all. When you live like that, it's no wonder you don't talk to people. It's another thing I recommend. Live a life worth talking about. Do exciting things. Do fun things. And do them with people you want to do them with. In the future, I'm going to upload, I'll say this, my actionable step this weekend, next week, whenever you're watching this video, could even be today. Go talk to someone new. Go reach out to somebody. Go try to set something up. Life's more fun with friends. Life's more fun with a romantic partner. We're social creatures, so go be social. Look out for a video that I'm going to release soon about choosing friends, and then also some other ones coming soon. Also look out for the shorts, and yeah, go be social. Do the hard work. See you.